It's the Woody Show.
And the best alt tunes daily.
Every morning.
We're Alt 98.7.
LA's new alternative.
Portions of this program were pre-recorded.
The Woody Show. The Woody Show. And we are into another new hour. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world.
Yeah.
It is the Woody Show. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Yeah.
Today is May the 5th, 2025. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
Hi, Woody.
There's Venice.
Hi.
Gina Grant.
Hey.
Seabass is here. We got Sammy.
Morning.
Morgan's taking your calls, 877-44-WOODY. You can send us a text over to 22987. And because it is Cinco de Mayo, we've done this before. Cinco de Mayo is happening today. And Seabass, what are you setting over the fountain? Is that
Getting tables ready. The feeding table.
Oh,
getting,
yes.
Oh, boy.
Getting place.
I love when they get
But I saw there's an
prepared.
extension cord. Is that? Are we doing a fountain?
You know, I wouldn't have spoiled the reveal like that if I were you, but yes.
I'm just asking. Is there a fountain? I'm not going into the detail. Is there a fountain?
That's the whole point of the reveal.
Is there a water feature?
Gina's never
So
seen
yes.
it.
Okay. Cool. All
Is
right.
there a
thank you.
spotlight?
Oh.
Yeah.
Never-
Yeah.
Is there an oven?
Why has everything got to be so effing difficult all the time?
It's not
You
deep.
do your job, I'll do mine. Plug it in and just roll. God damn!
I teach you about
Why, please, I don't need your advice on how to do radio. I'm good. Thank you,
reveals in
Seabass.
general.
Oh, I didn't review.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't it be nice
Sometimes.
to have one day?
Yeah.
Just
Like,
the
You know
one.
what? Actually, wouldn't it be nice to have 1
Did I-
hour?
Did I say exactly what we were doing?
I have no idea
I
what
didn't.
we're doing.
I was leaving. Are we getting the fountain?
Maybe there's a slip and slide.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Seabass.
I'm in the right on this one.
Cinco de Mayo. We are celebrating in our own special, unique way
I'm
today
excited.
here on The Woody Show. We got some cheers and jeers.
Cheers, cheers. Life's bad, life's good. Cheers.
All right. Well, I will start with the weekend cheers and jeers. Cheers to humanity. Cheers
Really?
to kindness and generosity.
Wow. I
Where
can't
did
wait
you
to hear
witness
this.
this?
Two things. One, remember a while back somebody sent the CPAP machine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now, full disclosure, I have not used it yet. I'm consulting with that new doctor I signed
Oh,
up
good.
with.
Right.
And I told him that I got one.
Yeah.
He's like, how'd you get that?
Don't worry about
He
it.
goes, we can get you one through, legit means. Even if
Already
you
done.
use this one, whatever. I go,
Yeah, you
yeah,
tell
I
him,
just
don't ask
need,
questions.
I just need you to help me. I want to make sure it's dialed in correctly, so I'm not doing more damage than I am good. Okay, but very kind of somebody to send that. Met the person who sent it at our Woody Show After Hours takeover.
Nice.
And then also last week, I believe it was Thursday, and Bort's in a different studio. They're tearing out Bort and Menji's studio and redoing it. So he's in another room. I don't have the ability to bring him up on the
He's
mic.
in a satellite location.
But yeah, a couple of listeners, John and Vi, they dropped off some Garbage Pail Kids for me.
Oh,
sweet.
nice.
Nice.
From the We Hate the 90s collection, which
Oh, hell yeah.
I thought was very nice, very thoughtful.
Oh, yeah, they're sweethearts.
And weird. I was, touched by that.
Yeah.
And
So
then
touched.
I got another thing that was sent to me. I just got this on Friday. This is from Ricardo, who works for a company, planetags.com. And I've seen this online before. And what these guys do is they'll take old airliners
Yeah.
and they'll take the fuselage and they'll get a big piece of it and they'll turn it into these these keychains or luggage tags.
Oh, that's cool.
From the fuselage of like an old Pan Am jet.
Oh, that's really cool.
And so it's got the tail number, and so you can look up a little history of the plane and when it was manufactured. Like stupid stuff, And anyway, I thought that was very nice. I've seen these things. I had not ordered them.
Yeah.
But
Make, what, 1 billion keychains from one?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, they don't use the whole plane. They get like a piece from different planes,
Yeah.
and then if you go on their website, planetags.com. I mean, they have a whole bunch of different. I mean, it's big, small, everything in between.
I can see people geeking out on this.
So they sent one from an old Pan Am Boeing plane.
What?
And then they sent me one from a Cirrus SR-22,
Ooh.
which is what I'm training in currently for the
Wow.
flight. Anyway, so I was so touched by these things.
Very
And it's put
thoughtful.
me in a very kind of like overly, kind of returning, putting better
Juju.
Mojo,
whatever.
juju.
Yeah.
And I do stuff like this anyway, but I found myself making more of an effort. And even at Costco yesterday, there was somebody behind me with just a couple items. Yeah, go ahead. And there was a couple other things where,
Aw.
Little things.
little things.
Which in the holiday
yeah.
spirit.
No, I'm saying, but just like little things. So, cheers to humanity.
That's nice.
Love that.
Cheers goes to the idiot, and I sent you guys the video so you could see it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen more of these type of people here recently who you miss your exit.
Oh.
Not to the degree of this happened, but you miss your exit on a highway, a freeway, an interstate, whatever. And I've seen it where people pull to the shoulder and they're backing up,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
to then cut across the little Y, V
Yeah.
type
Right.
section
The
over
split.
the gravelly kind of,
Yeah.
to then cut back into their, dude, go to the next exit,
Right,
turn
and
around.
Correct your mistake later.
You're the one who missed it.
Yeah, your GPS will fix it. Don't worry.
Anyway, so this is in Ohio. They're driving this van on the interstate, stop in the middle of the interstate, right in the middle lane. There's video of it. The Ohio Department of Transportation, they're the ones who posted it because they're trying to figure out who this is. They come to a complete stop in the middle lane after missing their exit. They seem to be waiting for the right lanes of traffic to clear so they can make that last second 90-degree right turn to cross over and get back to the exit. But that's where, a couple people had stopped behind them. Like, why is this person stopped right
I
there?
know.
Okay. There's another van that slammed into the two cars behind them, causing this multi-car pileup. The a-hole who missed the exit certainly saw and heard the crash, but then made the turn down the exit and just drove away.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
whoopsie.
Yeah, drove off.
It's
I
pretty gross.
witness that every day on my way to work. And
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
head, I think I will bet everything I own he's going to cut across to get in front of me. And it happens literally every day.
Well, you can't wait to the next exit.
Right. And you have no idea where you're going until a split second
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
There's
So-
no way to know.
I don't know where I'm going.
So there's video that I had posted on our Woody Show Instagram
Crazy.
story. It's what are you thinking?
It doesn't even seem real.
There's
It's
so many
daunting.
people who believe they're the only person out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's in a fog.
The rest of us are just drones.
Menace weekend cheers and jeers.
Well, Saturday I went to F1 Miami, which was extremely fun. I loved every single minute of it. There was a lot of action with the Red Bull team and the Ferrari team and McLaren. That ruled. Then the next day, I went to Tampa, Florida, and I met up with Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura for their 5K run.
Yep.
Which was so much fun.
Second annual.
Their second annual. The event was over the top, but I didn't realize that it wasn't like running around Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. It was inside.
Oh,
so we
that's cool.
so we started at the bottom floor, and then we just ran up to the top. Then we ran back down to the bottom. Then we ran back up to the top again, and like 3 times
brutal.
up and down the whole stadium. Which was wild because when people got there, they realized the same thing. They're like, "Oh, I thought this was just flat around the
like
stadium."
out
It's
and
a
about.
full-on incline.
Yeah, so it was kind of brutal, but I got to run through the ship, which was super fun. And the other thing was my jeers at this event. There's a lot of celebrities there and stuff like that. And my eye's been messed up, and it looks like all bloody and like gross. And so I kept my sunglasses on the whole time. So I kind of like looked like a freak in some certain situations because it was a little bit hot and my phone overheated. So I went to the back, and I go to the back in this like back room area, and Jason Kelsey was there with his friends.
Nice.
And so I just looked like a weirdo wearing sunglasses inside in like this dark room, like charging my phone in the corner. And then so that was happening to me all weekend because, yeah, even back in Miami, I went to dinner and then the sun was setting, and I just looked like a weirdo.
So what happened
Yeah.
to your eye? Did you ever get like the
The diagnosis.
like what happened with that?
It just happens sometimes where I'll just
Yeah?
I'll just irritate my eye, and it'll just take days to recover.
Oh, and you don't go to the doctor for it. You just wait it out.
Yeah, just
What do you
wait
do
out.
if you get pink eye? Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, if it was pink eye,
Not
like, what
touch
would-
anything
sort of-
or anyone.
Do they give you something for that?
Yeah,
Or
you get
Yeah.
medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I
dude, I tried Clear Eyes, didn't work for me. But I did what's the most popular
Visine?
one? Visine, and
Yeah.
then I feel like no pain anymore.
I say,
Wow.
if the stuff that Vaughn gave you didn't work, nothing
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
You're
'Cause
screwed.
But I
That
don't-
guy's got that industrial strength to get the
It
red
did,
out of your
yeah.
eye
It
stuff.
didn't do anything. Only Visine
Yeah.
works for me.
You know how you're not
Yeah.
supposed to do Afrin every day? You get
Yep.
physically addicted to it. Are you
Yeah.
not supposed to do Visine every day? Because I do it 7 days a week.
Well,
Do you?
When I wake up in the morning, it's part of the routine.
I heard you can like OD on eye
Really?
drops.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The optometrist said that you're supposed to just do like the lubricating saline and not the Visine stuff every day.
I would imagine the Visine
That
not
doesn't
good
take the
every
red
day.
away, though.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, wake up.
I
and
don't
look
want
at
to
the
look
red
like.
Yeah, he doesn't want to wear
I
sunglasses
don't,
indoors.
yeah, I don't want to look like a weirdo.
Like us.
Freak.
Greg Gorey, weekend cheers and jeers.
Well, I didn't go to Miami and do F1 and all that, but I'm going to give a very simple cheers to the brand Stouffer's. I'm hard to please when it comes to brands, right? You know, I have high expectations.
Dude, Stouffer's is lit.
Stouffer's never
rules.
disappoints. I was feeling so extra lazy, didn't want to cook, so I just grabbed one of those frozen Stouffer's. It was like a pasta with chicken and broccoli.
Oh,
and
they do
cheese.
that
And you put that. Granted, it takes mega long to make these things in the oven, but damn it, the payoff is so worth it. It's so homemade and restauranty. You can zhuzh it up with extra veggies if you want. God, Stouffer's effing rule.
They do the best mac and cheese.
They
My mom
do.
used to get the white lasagna with like the white cream
I
sauce.
love their vegetables.
So good.
I remember that one day when we had lasagna in studio and
Oh, yeah.
Stouffer's crushed.
It
because it's
crushed,
so good.
and everybody poo-pooed it, and we were
Yeah.
like, "Yep, that's Stouffer's.
Yep.
Those are my friends."
There are certain things they do really well. Other things that are kind of, whatever. But it's frozen food.
Yeah.
But
And for
nothing-
frozen food,
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
You have to zhuzh
Stouffer's
it up.
doesn't miss, dude. I don't know what you're talking
Right.
about.
Their tagline should be "Nothing about us is mid." So good.
But you do have to zhuzh it to make it.
You don't have to.
Restauranty.
You don't have to, but
To
yeah.
get a restauranty, you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned to you guys, my jeers is I went to this, and I've never had an HOA before.
Oh, yeah.
But now that I have this condo, I went to the HOA, what they called an owner's meeting. I sat there, Menace, while people argued to raise our HOA fees. They were pissed because we're, quote, under collecting.
Yeah.
And I
For
sat
what?
there in
But who is
In a-
making the argument?
multiple
it.
People who have condos there.
But the people on the board?
No, just your
The owners.
run-of-the-mill
This doesn't make any
owners.
sense.
And they said, we're under collecting. And the whole reason was they don't want to face someday, maybe not, there'll be what's called a special assessment. Like, hey, we just found
Sure.
out the roof collapsed. We need a new
Yeah.
roof. Everybody has to kick in, whatever, 10 grand each.
Oy.
We don't ever want that to happen. We're under collecting. I know the dues are going up in July, but I think we need to make them more. Can we vote on that? And they said, no, the board already voted. These are going to be the new dues. Well, I even said at the question and answer period, I said, I've never sat with a group of people arguing to raise our dues.
Commies.
And what did they
Hell.
say in response to that?
Well, you don't understand special assessments.
Yeah, we
I
do
said,
understand.
"No,
understand
I said I
math."
do, but you're talking hypotheticals.
You don't understand financials. If you were smart financially,
Yeah.
you would take whatever money that you would be willing to pay on a monthly basis for this, increased dues.
Yeah.
You would put it somewhere else where it can at least earn some money
interest. Exactly.
before the special,
Yeah.
if it ever comes, the special assessment would arrive. And then that way, not only would you have the same amount of money because whatever you think you should be paying more, take that amount, put it into a separate little place. And then when the special assessment comes around, you'll have the money there.
Smart.
And it won't matter. In the meantime, don't give your money to other people for a just in case.
And they're
Yeah.
bringing up all these hypotheticals. What if we have to retrofit the garage and it has to redo the whole thing? That could be $300,000. Well, then let's just make the dues $10,000 a month.
yeah.
And then if you want
Let's-
to pay more, by all means, pay more.
Yeah,
And
let's
then the
cross
rest
that
of us
bridge when we
won't.
come to it. Just sounds like
Psychos.
poor financial planning on your part. Like you don't have the discipline to put a couple extra bucks aside if you're really worried about that.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's a treasurer of the HOA who gives the report on financials. This is how much we have in reserves. And I thought, is it? Is it not more than that? And you're just saying it's this amount?
Well, they have to keep. It has to be certified by somebody else. I believe for all those HOAs,
Okay.
like it has to be certified by a third party. I believe. Don't
I
quote
hope
me on
so.
that.
Where
I'm pretty
one of
sure.
my friends is getting ripped off because my HOA is like $250 and like everything outside looks pristine, and they're paying $6 something. And the sign for the community is like broken.
Yeah.
All the landscaping is messed up. The lighting doesn't work.
What's the
I'm like,
difference
you're
in the
getting
size?
ripped.
Just a question. What's the difference in the
It's
size? of
about the
community?
same-
About the same
about the
size.
same size.
number of units. First of all, unit.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's even more. It's the same size community, but there's even more units, so they're collecting even more money. It's something fishy's going on, and like
Yeah, it made me.
I go, you're getting ripped off.
The transparency is lacking, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break, and then it's Cinco de Mayo today, and the fountain is plugged in. But what are we going to do with that fountain? We're going to find out after the break, Seabass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Cinco de Mayo, our celebration, our version of the celebration, coming up next here on the Woody Show. Hang on.
More Woody Show is next. Alt 98.7.